Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Death of Wolverine issue 3. And before I start talking about Death of Wolverine, I want to give a couple of updates. Different updates that I usually give. As you can tell, I'm doing my reviews a little early, but not all my reviews. So for the next 2 weeks, I have a very busy weekend. This weekend's my birthday weekend, next weekend's New York Comic Con, so I'm going to get as many individual reviews as possible, but I don't have the whole day to read them. So Comic Uno episode's kind of up in the air when I'll have that. I hope for this week I'll have some time during the weekend. It just depends how quickly I read the books. But I will have the individual reviews as the week goes on, and today I have 3 individual reviews, maybe more depending if I could read more, but I have about 8 total individual reviews, so I just want to update you guys about that. That'll be for the next 2 weeks. I'll be uploading them as the weekend and week goes on, so just want to give you guys that update. But let's talk about Death of Wolverine, issue 3. As you guys know, I'm a humongous Kitty Pryde fan. She's my second favorite superhero ever. She was one of my first favorite superheroes until Spider-Girl took that place. And I remember the time when Spider-Girl did take the place. I'm like, I don't know, I love both these characters, but I guess Spider-Girl. But yeah, I'm a humongous Kitty Pryde fan. I read almost all of the issues she's appeared in, so just a big fan. And one of my favorite stories ever is the Wolverine and the Kitty Pryde miniseries. I tend to reread that one a lot, and it's just a great story for both these characters. So I was really excited for this story because of the cliffhanger from last week. Or yeah, I think Death of Wolverine's a weekly series, or maybe it was like 2 weeks ago, came out. The cliffhanger was that Kitty Pryde was coming into Wolverine's life for this issue, and Ogun was behind, or at least part of, what's going on with Wolverine and all these assassins trying to hunt him down. So when I saw this cover and a preview for this issue, I was so excited. I know a lot of you guys knew I was excited for this, and today on Twitter I was like, what comic should I review first, just to get like a feel which comics I should read first. And a lot of you guys recommended Death of Wolverine, and that was an issue I was very excited for. So love this cover. It's actually one of my favorite Wolverine Kitty Pryde covers. Love it. We got Ninja Kitty, got broken down Wolverine, shiny cover. Let's see what's going on with the story. So with this issue, we get to see that Kitty Pryde is coming to the rescue for Wolverine, and she's pretty brutal to Deathstrike. She breaks her hand by phasing through it. Here is an example of that. Really cool way to use her powers. And that's pretty brutal for Kitty Pryde. Is it because she's grown into this character, or just everything that's been going on with the X-Men, or is she this brutal? So Wolverine is starting to get hurt, and Kitty has the formula to at least heal him for a little while. And Kitty and Wolverine, they go to Tokyo and they just have a chat. Wolverine says he's ready to die, but obviously he wants to fight, and he's ready to grow old. And Kitty's questioning this, but it's just their bonding. And then something weird happens. Kitty kisses Wolverine, and Wolverine's like, whoa, I don't like you like that, Kitty. I'm like a father figure to you. And then Wolverine's like, you're not Kitty. You're Ogun. Yeah, that totally shocked me, and I'll tell you why. That's just an awesome cliffhanger, or an awesome twist. So it is Ogun, and he took over Kitty Pryde's body. So you see that Kitty's trying to fight to get her body back, and Wolverine's like, you can't fight 2 warriors. And Wolverine was right. Ogun couldn't do it. He goes out of Kitty's body, and Kitty's like, go get him. And he has a chat with Ogun to see who's behind all this. And the person who's behind this whole entire thing is Abraham Cornelius, and he was the senior scientist for Weapon X. So he's definitely part of Wolverine's origins there, and Wolverine himself. And now he's going to have to try hunting him down, and we get to see that cliffhanger. Wow. This issue was so good. I know when I love an issue when I tend to reread dialogue. And this issue, I kept rereading a page just because how blown away I was with this issue. If you're a fan of the Wolverine and Kitty Pryde miniseries, which you should read, it's really good. If you're a Wolverine fan, or just a Kitty Pryde fan, or just an X-Men fan, it's a very great miniseries. If you're a fan of that, this is like the sequel literally like 20 years later, because it came out in like the 80s, the miniseries, so 30 years later. Even though there's stories that do reference that time, just because it's such a big story for Kitty Pryde and even Wolverine and their connection, it's just, this is like a continuation of that story, and I loved it, because I gotta say, when I saw that twist though in the middle, I'm like, oh god, they just ruined everything. I was loving this issue, the chat that Kitty and Wolverine haven't had in such a long time, which I'll get to. I was so upset about the twist at first. I'm like, well, who the hell is this? They ruined everything, and they did it so perfectly by referencing Wolverine and Kitty Pryde. The whole miniseries is about Ogun taking over Kitty Pryde and her having to have that strength, and Wolverine teaching her to hold a sword up for 2 days or to become a ninja. And that's how she becomes a ninja, is by trying to overcome Ogun, because Ogun took over her body. So to have that here was great. I mean, Kitty Pryde cuts off her hair in that miniseries. So it's just a beautiful reference to that story, and I loved how she fought. And I love Wolverine's words, and he says, you can't fight true warriors, you just can't. And then Kitty Pryde just phasing through her own face to try to get Ogun out. I love this story. As a Kitty Pryde fan, as a Wolverine fan, this is one of the best issues I've read in such a long time. And I feel like I've been saying that a lot, because there's been so many great issues that has come out in the past couple weeks. But I loved it. The artwork is beautiful. I mean, just look at this artwork. It's beautiful. The action sequences where Kitty phases Deathstrike's arm off. It's beautiful. The action sequences. I can't say enough about this. I personally say read the Wolverine Kitty Pryde miniseries if you want a real grasp of this story. Read that miniseries and then read this, and just it shows how much these characters have grown. And I love the relationship of Kitty Pryde and Wolverine, and I don't think we've seen it in such a long time, and that's why I got so upset with Battle of the Atom. You guys can check out my review for that last issue, but I got so upset that Kitty Pryde just left Wolverine for no reason, because that's not in her character, and what these two characters are is in this book. Read this book. It's amazing. 5 stars, worth the money, artwork's amazing, the best Wolverine story I've read ever. It's up there, honestly. I want to say in years, but honestly, it's one of the best Wolverine stories I have read. Pick this up. 5 stars. If I could give more than 5 stars, I would. Death of Wolverine was amazing. Issue 3. Get this issue. I'm pretty sure this is going to be my pick of the week, but I haven't read the other comics yet. But there's got to be a comic that truly blows me away this week that beat Death of Wolverine. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Guys, pick up this issue. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rand Situations. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also in the description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later.